there's many things said about Le Mans. One of them is it always rains at Le Mans. Another one is you've got to prepare for every eventuality, especially the ones you don't expect. And both kind of impacted on me before I even got here. On my way from Nice up to Paris, then our plane got diverted because of a thunderstorm over Paris and back to Lyon, which is where Loic comes from. And we sat there for a few hours, so by the time I eventually got into Le Mans for scrutineering, which is downtown, then I was already quite late. My saving grace was that as I arrived into Le Mans, Dr. Ulrich was in exactly the same problem, so if the boss is in the same problem, then you're probably going to get away with it. But, since then the weather's played a big part. In fact, to be honest with you, the weather's played a big part in our test day as well, where it rained for pretty much all of it until the last hour. And trying to cram, 8 hours of dry testing into 1 hour doesn't work. And so therefore we didn't really come away with very much information. Here through the busy weekend, on Sunday, Monday scrutineering, and then Tuesday where we had lots of press meetings and various marketing things to do, a lot of technical meetings, just making sure we're as prepared as we can ahead of time. Clouds were building and bits of rain were coming, and yesterday, boom, right on time, down it came. The bizarre thing was that actually the sort of sun came out a wee bit and dried up for the first free practice, but then halfway through it sort of started to rain a wee bit, and so it was that difficult decision. Do you go out and basically have an element of risk with the car and also with what you're trying to do, or do you try and conserve everything? And so you have to be on the circuit because it's possible it could rain in the race, but you also have to try to conserve tyres and make sure that you're in the right frame and right position come Saturday. But thankfully the first qualifying session at 10 o'clock till 12 it was dry, and so like local guy, our new French guy, he went out and basically was at the front of the queue, so had a good run. He had 2 clean laps, something I don't think he's ever had in any of his time here at Le Mans. I can't think of having 2 clean laps back to back myself ever, but that put us onto the provisional pole. It doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. The session was sort of stopped later on, so no one really had much of a chance to respond. And also from our point of view, it meant that we didn't get our long run track time that we wanted. But we're hoping for that come Thursday night, to be able to get a better understanding, a better knowledge of what we need from the tyre, what we need from the car, just to be on a consistent good pace for the 24 hours. But right now, we've done as good a job as we can. We've got a quick car. I have to say the guys back in Ingolstadt and Neckarsulm have done a good job over the winter. They've definitely thought about some of the areas where maybe we could have improved last year. The aerodynamics are a lot better. The engine guys have mitigated a lot of the losses by the regulation changes, and also I have to say that overall they're understanding the package of the car with the e-tron Quattro at the front and the diesel powering the rear. That's a difficult concept to master, but they've got a big step forward in that direction. So we're sitting here right now, like I say, it's an Audi 123. We want to keep it that way, but we're very sure our challengers and competitors down the other end of the pit lane have got very different ideas. Time will tell.